Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle Andrew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 691 for comics originally coming out December the 7th and December the 8th. But before Drew and I get to what's coming out in your local comic book shop this coming week, Drew, we got all kinds of fun things in the world of comic as we go ever so quick towards December and the end of the year. And of course, we celebrate Hawkeye episode 3 coming out. All kinds of fun stuff, Drew.
Yes, but the most important thing is, oh my God, the outpouring of concern over Kyle and his family, and is he going to be okay? And if I have to answer one more question about your condition, you're fine, right? You're fine.
I am on the upswing now. I feel like I've crossed a majority of the symptoms off, and the ship has been righted.
How's the smell and the taste?
Oh, it's horrible not being able to taste food and smell things, and it's there's just like a ingredient or two in everything I eat that just tastes like horrible and ruins everything I try to eat. So we too shall overcome.
Yes, hopefully that comes back.
Yeah.
Last we spoke, your wife had dodged the bullet, but since then she got it too.
Boom. Comes back around for her. So we are 5 for 5 in the household.
All 5 with COVID.
Yeah.
But you're probably coming out of it.
Yeah, myself and the 3 children go back to our respective lives this coming Monday, and then my wife gets to enjoy a little bit more quarantine by herself.
Was it 10 days now or 14? I forget.
10.
You had to do 10? Okay. Yeah. And you'll have antibodies now, and you'll be good until Omicron comes and gets you.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently we're just stacking immunities on top of each other to the point where we should be able to kill everything now.
So we appreciate the concern.
Much.
Kyle's fine.
Absolutely.
I don't feel so great. Nobody cares about me. Hey, I'm a little stiff in the joints. I got some aches and pains. Nobody asks. Nobody cares about old Drew. It's all about Kyle. When will I get my plague?
I apologize that I did not think that my illness would move the spotlight ever so slightly off of my dear brother.
It did, and we cannot have it. So what we're going to do is, in order to put it back on me, let me talk about the 12 comics of Christmas. Yay! We rolled out a new segment that we're going to do for this whole month. And we've got a little survey link in our show notes. It's on our Twitter feed. It's pinned there. It'll be on all our social media, etc. Of course, the patrons have already had it. They've had access to it because they're special. But it's called the 12 Comics of Christmas. And what it is, it's just your favorite comics of 2021. And you share as many as you like, up to 12. If you want to...
as many as you'd like. You share 12.
Yeah.
It's not really as many as you'd like at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you got more than 12 favorites, that's fine. But I don't want to hear about all of them. I only want to hear up to 12. And I've had questions that have come back like, hey, is it series? Is it issue? Is it, can it be like a trade? I'm like, it can be whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's your favorite 12
what are the
comics.
Top 12 things that have made you smile this year.
Yeah, your favorite comics that you've read this year. If you want to do rank them, I've got it set up so you go 1 to 12, and if you want to rank them, that's cool. If you don't feel comfortable ranking them, if there's I liked all these kind of equally, that's fine too. It doesn't matter to me. You only have to put 1 in and your name to qualify. So if you say, I really love this comic above everything else, and I don't really want to come up with 12 more or 11 more, you don't have to. You want to do 5, you can just do 5, whatever. But if you share a title and your name, I will read it me and Kyle will read it on the air and share it with our listeners, and hopefully we'll spread the love of good comics that happened this year that that other people might want to read. So
absolutely,
we're excited about it. We've already got a couple that have come in, so I want to start us off with sharing those. I had somebody ask if they had to do it like per month, like since 12 months and 12 comics, like number one should be January or whatever. That's fun. If you can do that, if you have that kind of record keeping ability, I would not be able to do that probably, and pigeonhole them into the month. But
and we all know recency bias always creeps in.
Of course, yes. So yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's just a fun way to share the wonderful comics that you've read, and you don't have to make it taxing or hard for you. So let's see. The first one we got in was from. I already made a mistake. I put the name on the bottom, so now I got to scroll back up. This is our good buddy Wolf Warner, our NFT guy that's been sharing with us. He sent his 12 favorites in. Stray Dogs, number 1.
Hey.
Far Sector, number 2. Kanto is number 3. Strange Academy, number 4. Nice House on the Lake at number 5. SIKTC.
Something is killing the children, moron.
Oh, something is killing the children. Oh, my God. Daredevil comes in at number 7. Immortal Hulk at 8. Miles Morales at 9. X-Men, X of Swords, number 10.
Cross of Swords.
Or 10 of Swords, number 10.
It
all works together.
It all comes out in the wash.
Yeah, number 11 is Batman, and number 12 is Eve. What do you think of Wolf's list?
I like it. Very nice. There's some good ones there. I am imagining there's going to be a lot of stray dogs and a lot of lists.
I think you might be right. The next one is from Aaron Churchill, who sends this in. Little Victories: Autism Through a Father's Eyes by Yvonne Roy. Didn't know that one. That's cool. Number 2, Save It for Later: Promises, Parenthood, and the Urgency of Protest by Nate Powell. These are like OGNs, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Number 3, What Unites Us? The graphic novel by Dan Rather and Elliot Kirshner, illustrated by Tim Foley. Very cool. Number 4, The Department of Truth by James Tinian and Martin Simons. Number 5, Adam Strange by Tom King and Mitch Gerrits. Number 6, Joker by James Tinian and Gillum March. Number 7 is The Ghost in You, A Reckless Book. Oh, yeah, that was a great one, by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Number 8, Ghost Tree by Bobby Curnow and Simon Gain. Number 9 is Whistle, A New Gotham City Hero by E. Lockhart and Manuel Pretano. Number 10 is Brindille by Frederick Bremaud and Mike Kennedy. And number 11 is Noise, a graphic novel based on a true story by Kathleen Raimondo. Number 12 is Favorite Comic of 2021 is Sacrificing My Final Pick for Drew, so he gets to say The Goddamn Virgin Bride.
There you go. That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Aaron. I don't get to say that anymore, so for sure, Goddamn Virgin Brides makes the cut. That's really cool. Man, Aaron reads some, he's a trade guy.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Trades and OGNs. I'm going to have to look some of those up. I don't know them all. So there's the first 2. We appreciate that. We just dropped it today, so it's cool that those came in. Love to get a wide variety of responses, and love to hear what you read this year that stood out. Might be tough for people to get just 12.
I was going to say.
Yeah, it sounds like these two folks, Wolf and Aaron, haven't had any problem coming up with their 12.
Something tells me they had more than 12.
I think so. Yeah, probably got to 12 and had to stop because you know what wasn't on Wolf's list? No Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
That's right.
Maybe there wasn't any this year.
Mm-mm.
There might not have been any new ones. I don't know. That's cool. Okay, well, yeah, that'll be in the show notes throughout the month of December. We're calling it the 12 Comics of Christmas, and we'll share that each week as we get through the month. Should be some fun stuff. We appreciate that if you want to participate.
And there are no wrong answers. It's just about celebrating what we liked this year, what we thought was good, and what made us smile.
Yeah. Well, Kyle's are probably going to be wrong, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Yours, the listener, will not be wrong. Kyle, it is time to hop into the Marvel previews. We did DC last week. So let's take a look at some of what Marvel has to offer in December for February, the crappiest of all months for comics. Historically. Maybe not this month,
Maybe
but
not.
historically.
You just never know. And I think the industry's been leaning into a bit of that as well. I don't think that's necessarily comics' fault as well. But we like to dig through the previews and hopefully give our listeners a heads up to what we think the both fun for both comics for fun and profit would be for this coming couple months and forward. We're going to start with more Wolverine, it looks like.
Yeah, X Lives of Wolverine #3. That's what they're going to start off. They had the opportunity to start off with Gwenverse.
Yeah.
And they skipped it and went to X Lives of Wolverine or 10 Lives of Wolverine #3.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to get a definitive answer on whether that's probably 10, right?
I would think 10, yeah.
Maybe not though. Maybe it's X. I don't know.
He is Weapon X, but you know I've been wrong before. X so Deaths of Wolverine, X this of Wolverine.
Yeah. Issue 3 and 4. Lots of covers. Any covers stand out to you?
Yeah. Kyle Charles on X Lives #3 is not a bad one there.
Oh, it's X Lives and X Deaths, and then X Lives again, and then X Deaths again. Okay, I see.
So it does sound like it's the 10 lives and the 10 deaths, if I had to guess.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. All right. But enjoy that. That's not going to be for me. But what is Gwenverse #1. Spider-Gwen Gwenverse #1 of 5. Tim Seeley, Jody Nishijima. She's the one that's been doing that. She's been crushing it over on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same artist?
I think so. Yeah. You shouted her out the other day, or a couple weeks ago when we did this.
Yeah. And we've got Peach Momoko doing a design variant.
Mm-hmm.
That looks pretty awesome. We're going to reprint Edge of Spider-Verse #2 as a facsimile to get the first Gwen.
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen. That'll be fun for those of us that missed it. And then we get how many? Oh, homage variant covers by Greg Land. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 of those.
Well, okay, so this is good. They're just showing us these ahead of time. These are for issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are not all for issue 1, I don't believe.
So that's kind of cool. What are they homages to?
Gwen. I don't know.
Those. Am I supposed to recognize those? I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I should. And once again, Greg Land, I apologize. Anytime I might have besmirched you.
But sellout for this. One of these other verses is going to pop as well.
You think?
This Wolverine Gwen or Cap Gwen or somebody's going to pop. So I mean.
Yeah, this looks good. We remember how much we loved Spider-Verse when it came out. It was really, really great, really fun. If they have that same amount of fun, I hope they do. I'm not as big a Tim Seeley fan as you are, but I'm hopeful that he does a good job with it, and it's fun.
When Gwen Stacy's bitten by a radioactive spider, she gains the arachnid-like superpowers and started a crime-fighting career as Spider-Woman, or as she's affectionately known by her peers, Ghost Spider, which we still don't. Do we like that?
No, we don't. We like Spider-Gwen. It was fine. It was fine as is.
But what would have happened if instead had picked up the enchanted hammer, Mjolnir, or if she received the super soldier serum, or built a high-tech suit of armor, or you get the idea. Find out in the new 5-issue miniseries by Tim Seeley and Jody Nishijima.
So it's almost like a what if, really.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, okay. Not as interested, but I'm still checking that out. I'd rather have a bunch of different Gwens from all over the place, but I guess you can get there. If you can get there the same way, that's fine. Yeah, and maybe it'll still be that. Like I might just be connecting the dots to What If, just because it's in my head.
Yeah. But if
Yeah,
we get her in the traditional Spider-Man outfit like we see in Homage issue 4, I mean that'll pop there. Just that.
yeah, and her as Wolverine. That's kind of good.
Yeah, her as Weapon X Gwen.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Weapon X. I don't know that.
Weapon X. I like it. Maybe. Then we go to Ghost Rider #1. This is Ben Percy, Corey Smith on art. We're getting tons of variants. Another Peach Momoko in there. An Adam Kubert, Benjamin Sue, In-Hyuk Lee, all kinds
There
of
is
good
an
ones.
X-Gwen variant. So we're going to have to look out for X-Gwen variants on a lot of these this month as well, it looks like.
This is in the
In
Ghost Rider?
Yes.
Ghost Rider? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see it. So this is Johnny Blaze. He has a perfect life, a wife, 2 kids, job at the auto repair shop. He isn't doing too well. He has nightmares of monsters when he sleeps. Blah blah blah. Life is beginning to feel like a prison. Get to join the club, and there is a spirit in him that's begging to break out. Okay, so it looks like just like a retelling of Ghost Rider. Just gonna reboot the character. That's cool. I'm good with that. Make it accessible. New readers. Yeah. I like the In-Hyuk Lee cover a ton. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's dope looking.
Stand out for me. Then we go to Devil's Reign Superior 4 #2. Devil's Reign Villains for Hire #2. Part of that event. Devil's Reign #4 of 6. A lot of more crossovers. We're doing a Spider-Man Devil's Reign, X-Men Devil's Reign, continuing. And we're also continuing Daredevil Women Without Fear. Another part of the Devil's Reign.
I was going to say that one's also Devil's Reign.
Yeah. So tons of tie-ins.
And then we're jumping out of Devil's Reign for Elektra Black, White, and Blood. And then jumping right back in with Luke Cage.
And then back out for Spider-Woman #20. Looks pretty good.
And now we're beyond.
And then
Amazing
we're back
Spider-Man
to
88 dot beyond.
and that one gets that gets top billing. 88.BAEY gets top billing over 88 proper. I think it'd be
Oh,
flipped,
jeez, yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, we have the Hornet, Hobie Brown, is the Hornet in Dot Beyond.
And then we've got Queen Goblin. And is this the first Queen Goblin? So maybe.
Yeah, Ben Riley versus Queen Goblin. Interesting.
So when's Peter getting out of his coma?
You're already wanting it.
I mean, I think now that we've launched a Ben Riley Spider-Man book, can he just pop out of his coma now in the regular Amazing?
Yes.
And go back to being Spider-Man? Does Ben have to be in both books? You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we need to go ahead and pop old Peter out of the coma in the main book. So Marvel, listen up. You've had your fun. Let's do it.
There you go.
Miles has been really good. I've really enjoyed the Miles Spider-Man as well. So Spider Family's doing pretty well for me right now, even though I don't like him being in a coma. It's still been pretty good.
There you go. And there we have one of our X-Gwen variants by Pete Woods.
Oh, okay. That's not great.
That is not good at all.
Yeah,
So-
that's not great.
Yeah. And then we have Savage Spider-Man. So, Spider-Man in the Savage Land. Peter Parker finds himself in the middle of the biggest, most wide-ranging adventure he's ever had. And out of the gate, it's turned him into a savage beast. Forget everything you know about Spider-Man. All rules and regulations are out the door. And Peter Parker may never be the same.
Huh. Well, okay, so he's out of the coma, but he's savage. This is like an Elseworlds type deal, you think?
I would almost guarantee it.
And then we're moving on to Carnage Forever.
Holy crap. Okay, Carnage Forever is being written by 1, 2, 3 people. And drawn by 3 people.
At least. It doesn't even stop. It just says and more.
And it's a one-shot. So it's a one-shot for $5.
It's a one-shot?
Carnage Forever, one-shot. $5, 3 writers, 3 artists.
That's weird, right?
So I'm assuming we get 3 little tiny stories.
Yeah, okay. Be an anthology then. That makes sense. I would hope. Silver Surfer Rebirth. Not a great look on the cover there. Who is that?
The shocked look, that's an interior. So that's Ron Lim.
Oof, I love it. Iron Fist #1 launches by Alyssa Wong. Michael, how would you pronounce YG as a last name?
Ig?
Ig. Covered by Jim Chung. That looks pretty good. More Danny Rand, right? Danny Rand is Iron Fist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it said, who is this new Iron Fist? Oh. So we might be getting a new Iron Fist in here as well. Very cool.
Okay. But did anybody really care about the Danny Rand?
I'm sure that there are Iron Fist fans out there. Why wouldn't there be?
I'm just curious whether there was spec on, were people clamoring for Danny Rand's first?
No, I
Iron
see what you're
Fist?
saying. Yeah, I gotcha. Sabretooth #1.
You've placed Sabretooth #1 nowhere near the 47 Wolverine books.
Yeah. Or any X books for that matter.
Or any X books, yeah.
Yeah. Maestro World War M #1 of 5. Excited about that one. Well, then we
Secret
have
X-Men.
Okay, what's the secret?
The secret is I don't know any of them.
Team co-captain Sunspot and Cannonball must lead Marrow, Tempo, Forge, Banshee, Strong Guy, Armor, and Boom Boom on a secret mission. I've heard of some of them.
Mm-hmm. Then I will rephrase. I don't care about any of them.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. And then Excellent #1 by Peter Milligan and Mike Allred. Get that beautiful Mike Allred
I
look.
was going to say, definitely all red.
Unmistakable. They were loved by their adoring fans. They were reviled by the harsh press. They lived, they loved, they fought, and they died a lot. All for the sake of fame. They were the Ecstatics, a team of mutant celebrities fighting for a brighter world and an even brighter spotlight. But they're old news now because there's a new mutant team that will live harder, love harder, fight harder, and die a whole lot harder than those has-beens. Peter Milligan, Mike Allred, and Laura Allred return to introduce the best new superhero team you didn't know you needed. Meet the Excellent. Do you care about that? Maybe? Maybe?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
might be interesting.
Yep.
Yep. X-Men Legends #12. Got the Nightcrawler cover. It always gets my attention. We got
Chris Claremont and Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Is always a good.
Yeah, good combination.
And then is that Shadow Cat?
Is that MODOK on the cover of X-Men number 8?
Yep.
Good old MODOK. Love the New Mutants cover for 24.
That's awesome. Shoots and
little,
ladders.
Little shoots and ladders. That's pretty cool. That might even be spec worthy. They start doing board games covers. That could be something.
Okay, I love the X-Gwen variant on the She-Hulk number 2. That is our Wolverine Gwen.
Much better. Much better. I like that a lot.
So just if you're doing the X-Gwen variants, watch the artists.
Yeah.
A lot depends on them.
She-Hulk is Rainbow Rowell. She did Runaways. I don't know what else she did. And Roger Antonio with a Jen Bartel cover. Always liked Jen Bartel.
Good Jen Bartel cover.
Silk number 2.
I'm going to have to get all these silks.
Like both covers of each?
No, I love the cover to 1, and now I love the cover to 2. The A's. I might as well just collect the series.
Yeah, it's probably good. The Marvels comes back with issue 9. Feels like that's been going for a while, but maybe not. The Thing is wrapping up. 4 of 6. Hulk number 4.
It's an interesting Hulk cover.
Yeah. So our first issue was interesting. Donny Cates. I don't know that I loved it, but it was interesting. Dark Ages, 5 of 6. It's a bummer this is so short of a series. Leave him wanting more, I guess. Tom Taylor. Can always revisit it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it's going to be popular. I've enjoyed it so far. Captain America, Iron Man. I'm not reading that. Avengers Forever. I'm not reading that. Regular Avengers. No Moon Knight. I'm not reading it. Kazar finishes with 5 of 5.
So there's a Black History Month variant on Avengers 53, but they're not doing it on everything. I would have thought they'd leaned a little bit more heavily into it with some of those.
Oh yeah, it's February.
Yeah, they just pick and choose a little bit more than I thought. I thought they'd celebrate it, especially with as much as they've been going in on Miles Morales.
Yeah, it's interesting. Eternals: The Undying number 1. So
they are burying Eternals at the back of their previews, if that tells you anything about how well the movie's going.
Must not be doing as well as we.
I've seen a lot of memes where it's Thor: The Dark World versus Eternals for the worst Marvel movie.
Thor: The Dark World. Is that the second one?
Yep.
Second Thor. Before Ragnarok.
Correct.
Or is that the first Thor?
Thor 1 is Thor. Thor: The Dark World is Thor 2. Ragnarok is Thor 3.
And then we get Thor: Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder being Quattro.
Gotcha. Fantastic Four: Reckoning War Alpha number 1.
Dan Slott. In Slott we trust.
Yep, he's been doing some good stuff. I don't know what Reckoning War is, but I'm sure I'll figure it out by the time we get there.
Phoenix Song Echo number 5.
Finishes up. Black Panther.
Get enough Echo from your Hawkeye series. Hopefully you got it from this series.
Yes, I wanted to have a conversation about Hawkeye 3, but I don't know if we can without being spoilerific.
All I'm going to say is it looks like we will get Kingpin, and that makes me happy.
That's what I didn't want to spoil.
I don't care. I'm super excited about it. And we don't know that. There was just little hints, but there was absolutely no confirmation of it.
That's true.
But boy, that's what I'm hoping.
Then do you want The same Kingpin we got, the same guy.
Oh my goodness, yes. If you recast that, I'm going to go nuts.
Yeah, I liked him too. The guy from Criminal Intent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like him. Full Metal Jacket. What the hell's his name? I don't know. Can't think of it. Blanking.
Yeah, you asked me too quick.
But yeah, I read that first Hawkeye. I did not love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio. There you go. Yes. So then next month will be a deal breaker for me because it better be better, or I'll have to drop it.
Oh yeah. So you're only giving it 2?
I'm only going to give it 2, even though it's a 5-issue thing. If 2 isn't better, I'm not going to stick around.
You read a lot of books. That's fair.
Yeah. What are we doing with Marvel Voices here?
I'm skipping it.
Is there what's the deal? Another Star Pack. Oh, these are like the up and comers, or right?
Yeah, and we're just packing stories into one-offs.
Anthology, $6 anthology of new up and comers. Look, poor Moon Knight's on page 57. How dare you? And it's a Devil's Reign, Kyle.
Oh my gosh, Devil's Reign tie-in. We went through 46 tie-ins.
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
And my boy Greg Land gets
Greg Land.
he gets a variant.
And one of Moon Knight's variants is taken up by X-Quen.
Where's that at? Oh yeah, Todd Knock is going to do one. Now, okay, so I don't think I'm getting that, right? Like, I usually get all my Moon Knight independently orderable books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just cause. But I don't know if unless it's beautiful, I don't know that I want that. I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait for FOC on that to make that decision. But yeah, if I haven't said anything since I had a mixed review early on in the series where I was like not loving every single issue, I'm firmly back in the positive pro column.
Hey, all right.
I'm enjoying it very much.
Here on Black Widow 15 is the aforementioned Adam Hughes cover I referenced last week.
Wow. Did you had already seen that?
Yeah. He and I go follow each other on Instagram, and by that I mean I follow him and he doesn't know I exist.
That's really great.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's been a great series, man. So, good read, good art. What else do you want, man?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. I just can't wait to see what the context is for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fantastic. I probably should read Kelly Thompson's Captain Marvel since I love Black Widow so much. I think I've tried multiple times.
How much catching up do you have to do at issues 37?
Yeah, I think I was waiting for like a story arc to end to jump back on, and may have forgotten to do that. But this looks like it might be
Looks like a jumping on point.
This looks like it might be a jumping on point. Perfect jumping on point. It says that right there. Perfect jumping on point.
Where I don't even see that.
In the longest Captain Marvel run yet. Like forever of all time. There's never been more than 37.
Yep.
There's never been more than 37 issues of Captain Marvel before this. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah. Marvel doesn't let things go. We had, I think we had 3 different Silks in 1 year.
Well, I do remember that. That was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
So strange. Thor 22, really good. This is the God of Hammer storyline. Hopefully we get Throg back. Doesn't look like it.
He's down there in the bottom.
There he is.
That is Dope looking alien cover. Cover eye.
No X-Men Spider-Gwen cover for there.
Not for Alien.
Not for Alien. There are some weird choices.
Yeah. It's cool. Okay. Star Wars High Republic 14.
Yeah. Who's that?
I don't know. I am behind.
But you're interested.
Yes, very much so. Tying directly into Claudia Gray's Star Wars The Fallen Star. Phase 1 of the Star Wars High Republic enters its cataclysmic final wave of stories. Oh my. High Republic's ending.
No. That can't be what that means.
Star Wars The High Republic enters its cataclysmic final wave of stories. What would you infer from such a sentence?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you may have interpreted that correctly. Huh. All right. Now, this guy on the cover of Star Wars High Republic Eye of the Storm #2. Did we already have this conversation?
Hold on, I'm still reading. I'm reading from 15 now. Phase 1 of Star Wars The High Republic reaches its galactic-shaking conclusion.
Phase 1.
Phase 1 of High Republic ends here with 15.
Okay.
We still have... Well, we're wrapping up Eye of the Storm. We're wrapping up High Republic. Okay, so we're wrapping everything up nicely.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope.
So, Eye of the Storm ends. High Republic Trail of Shadows ends. The High Republic is ending.
Yeah.
And then we're going to relaunch it all, probably.
So we're wrapping up all the High Republic stuff this month. And then curious what the hiatus, if anything, will be until Phase 2.
Yeah, is it because something's coming on Disney Plus that we want to tie in with?
No, we'd already talked about all that. That would have been definitely a Disney Plus Day announcement or something.
Yeah, it probably would have.
Halcyon Legacy #2.
It's not ending.
Nope, because it's not High Republic.
Gotcha.
21.
They're putting out a lot of Young Avengers collections, Kyle.
Yep, they are.
Got to be a reason for that.
But they're not allowing Kate Bishop to say anything about Young Avengers.
We know that's where they're headed, right?
Oh my goodness, yes. Between Cassie Lang and her and all the other different things we've gone to, and Widow's sister, and
we don't have Wiccan, right? We haven't seen Wiccan in anything.
Yeah, we saw both of them in WandaVision.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They can grow up.
Yeah, Speed and Wiccan. I mean, they grew like 8 years in one day.
So Hulkling, is that the only one that's left?
Well, we've seen Skrulls, so we haven't had Hulkling, but we know where Skrulls are, and I imagine that's going to be a pretty easy hit for that.
Okay, so we're pretty close.
Yeah,
we can do it.
Yeah, we're pretty darn close on a lot of these.
Because I think Shang-Chi didn't really seem to be part of. And I know this is not your opinion, Kyle. It didn't seem like the next phase type of show. Where I think like the Doctor Strange multiverse thing and the Spider-Man multiverse tie-ins, that feels more like it's part of something bigger. Like we're working towards something. And I guess at the end of Shang-Chi there was that portal.
Yeah, he went with Wong.
Yeah. But I'm like trying to put together in my mind like what, like when did we know we were headed towards Thanos in the last wave? What movie did we know?
We had the post-credit scene of him on the throne in Guardians.
Was it Guardians? So we were quite a few movies into it.
Oh yeah. Before we got a lot from them,
So
we were pretty in there.
is there any way we could be marching to Secret Wars?
Oh yeah, we easily could.
And is that the way? Is that the right choice? Would that be the right choice to go to?
No, I think we're just gonna go. We're gonna go to space with half of them, and we're gonna go Young Avengers with the other half of them.
Or are we just going to do Kang stuff in the multiverse?
Yeah,
and that'll be it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm less interested in that. Of course, I wasn't really an Infinity Gauntlet guy before. That we got there with the movies. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, we just have to figure out how we're looping in Fantastic Four as the big next step that I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, you're right. You still think that's coming back?
Yeah, that's clearly who's in Avengers Tower right now.
Okay. I just don't know why Fox would give them back X-Men or Fantastic Four. I don't see why they would do it. I mean, I guess the answer to all your questions is money, but I mean, because Sony seems to be fine with renting them Spider-Man forever for co-producing credits and big checks, so I guess that's fine. And then they get to keep Morbius and Venom money, and I don't know what else. What else are they developing over there? Are they developing like a Sinister Six on that end?
I don't know, because we of course
we might be getting Venom. Sinister Six in the upcoming Spider-Man.
That's what I was just about to say. And then we've already flung Venom over, so I mean.
Yeah. So Sony's playing well with Marvel, but I don't see Fox doesn't seem to be. And I don't know what is in it for them to just hand Fantastic Four back over. Or X-Men, for that matter. Right?
Free money.
Yeah, I guess. They can't seem to get it as right as Marvel does. I mean, I think they've done some good movies, but I don't think Fantastic Four would be one of them. I don't know if you've liked any of them.
No, they've all been awful, but I mean, they would be fine as, secondary characters, overreaching Marvel things. I don't want to see this. I mean, there's essentially only two good Fantastic Four plots, and that's their origin in Galactus. And we've seen
really. I mean, you got a lot of Doom stuff.
Sure.
A lot of fun Doom stuff, I would think.
Give me a good Doom first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with pre-sales, like Spider-Man pre-sales are like through the roof. They've shattered all the previous records. I don't understand it. Nobody went to the movies to see Eternals. A few went to see Shang-Chi. Nobody went to see Black Widow. But everybody's going to go to Spider-Man?
Yep, everybody.
What's the difference?
I'm going to go to Spider-Man.
What's the difference, though?
It's Spider-Man. They're just fun.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, Kyle, on page 99, they're collecting the Max Bemis run of Moon Knight. Ooh, Jason Burrows doing the art, and Max Bemis. That was a good run. That was like the last we got before Jed McKay's, right? Mm-hmm. That was the lead up to 200. Oh, fun stuff. The final 12. And that's about it. 106 pages of goodness. 108 pages. And, how many pages was our DC catalog last week? Like 20?
25.
Oh, guys, come on. You can't be the big two like this. You're the big 1.5. Lots of stuff, though. I mean, I don't know if it's all home runs, but there's some solid doubles in there, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Kyle. Let's take a look at if your voice can hold up. Let's try to get through the cover price.
Get through the cover price. All right. Coverprice.com. Let's look at our top 10 Starting with number 10, we have Destroyer Duck from 1982.
What?
Per the Hollywood Reporter, entrepreneur Josh Jones has acquired the animated film and television rights to Gru with the intent of producing the character's first ever animated adaptation via his film company, Did I Air Productions. Gru's first appearances in this issue and trending a CGC 9.8, $1,850. A few months ago, a CGC 9.8 was $575 and $50 for Raw. Now those Raws are $90 and things are going up.
I don't know about that. I can't. Doesn't look great to me.
That's definitely not something that I've been quote unquote waiting on. But at rank 9, we have Wonder Woman Black and Gold number 6, the David Nakayama 1 in 25, $157 for a Raw copy. At rank 8, Ultimate Fallout 4, $3K for a CGC 9.8. So we are still going up, and 20 selling on the secondary market, so it continues to move. At rank 7, we have Young Avengers number 1 from 2005. We talked about all the Young Avengers scuttlebutt. I inadvertently picked this one up not too long ago, or actually quite a while ago. Wow, packed with first appearances. Kate Bishop's first appearance is one main driver for this current sales. However, there's a significantly more chatter around the team appearing soon. 21 copies moving. Friggin' $1,100 for a CGC 9.8. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
I rank 6 Daredevil. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it just wasn't. It was they were cover price and below, right?
Yeah, exactly. I picked it up for a dollar.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Well, blah blah blah. Daredevil 10 from 2000. Watching Marvel Disney Plus content as soon as possible tends to be a priority for those who don't like spoilers. Disney Plus content can sure move books when a character first appearance or is just referenced without getting into too many details. Echo, blah blah blah.
Yeah, we remember Echo. You liked her when she was in Daredevil originally, and you liked her then.
Yeah. So and she's an awesome character. The market has plenty of books to chase as far as Echo. This particular issue is the second appearance of Maya Lopez and also features her first cover appearance. 19 copies moving, a high sale of $360 for a CGC 9.8.
How'd you like her performance and the actress and like the origin story and all
I
that?
thought she did very good, and I loved the fact that when her father died, he did the handprint on the face in blood that's symbolic of her outfit that you see here on issue 6. So we got.
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah,
very
so
cool.
We got some dope stuff from it, so I liked it. At rank 5, Superman Son of Kal-El number 1, with issue 5 out now. The anticipated and hyped Kiss with Jonathan Kent's new love interest David Nakamura is memorialized on this very hard to find 1 in 50 third print. Only 10 copies sold and $315 for Raws already. That's crazy.
So 1 in 50 third print of issue number
5.
1. That's stupid.
Or issue number 1.
Gross.
Sorry, trying to do it subtly but can't.
Yeah,
At rank
not
4,
subtle.
Daredevil 11. CGC recently updated its case labels for this book to indicate Daredevil 11 as the first appearance of Echo, Maya Lopez. That has had a significant effect on the mostly ignored issue until recently. With this new attention and the recent Hawkeye heat, 22 copies have moved CGC 9.8s up to $300. So that's pretty cool that CGC helps move the industry by relabeling those.
Okay, so we got first Maya Lopez in 9, first cover in 10, and then first actual Echo content in 11. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. At rank 3, we have Avengers 19 from 1965. Spoilers ahead for Hawkeye episode 1 and 2. This one is tough to tiptoe around if you've watched the recent episodes. Jacques Duquesne played by Tony Dalton, was introduced as Kate Bishop's mother's fiance. To Marvel fans, he's better known as the Swordsman. The comic version of this character, who has been both a villain and an ally to the Avengers, has been very complicated. This complexity should deliver unprecedented elements to the Disney Plus series. His first appearance in this issue moved 17 copies. CGC 7.5 going for $467, and the dreaded fair market value of $98.
Now, did you know who the Swordsman was?
No.
I did not. This is from 1965.
Yes.
Holy smokes. Okay. No, I had no idea.
At rank 2, Fantastic Four number 110 from 1971, as Marvel develops a solo Disney Plus series for Agatha Harkness. Her first and second appearances continue to escalate in price. $1,500 for CGC 8.5. Your typical Raw going for around $80. And at rank 1, Noctera number 1. Speculation abound. Tony S. Daniels and Scott Snyder finalizing Noctera TV deal. CGC 9.8's $130. 41 copies on the secondary market already moving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's moving. I hope it's a good movie.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's see. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 337. What's the deal here? I don't see anything. Second appearance of the Sinister Six. Okay. 16 copies sold. $195 for a CGC 9.6. Daredevil 9. We talked about this. This is her first appearance. High sale of $850 for a CGC 9.8. Proctor Valley Road number 1 from Boom. Let's see. We got. This is going to be a. What is the deal? Spec Tales podcast that this project has been options. Oh, okay. Spec Tales podcast. Have you heard of them?
Not sure on that one.
I have not. I have not heard of them. Anyway, it sold 36 copies based on their chatter. We need to do some. We need to move the needle, Kyle.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to break some spec.
Well, it was only $74 for a CGC 9.8, so didn't really move the needle much. Sleepwalker number 1 from 1991. Series in development at Disney Plus.
It's like the third time I've heard this Sleepwalker book is the thing to get.
Really?
Over the past, I mean, it was 5 years ago we were talking about the grabbing Sleepwalker ones.
And who is Sleepwalker?
No clue.
Let me look. Okay, I remember seeing this book in like bargain bins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it sold $185 for a CGC 9.8. So the Sleepwalker from 91. Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality number 3 in the most recent trailer, which I didn't watch. There's a brief scene where
again, if you're a specker, watch trailers.
There's a brief scene where Spider-Man is wielding magic-infused gauntlets. This cover featuring Spider-Man as a symbiote-powered Sorcerer Supreme was the closest thing fans could find. Oh, yeah, we talked about this one. 18 copies sold, had a high sale of $31 for a Raw. Whoop-de-doo. Dark Reign Zodiac number 1 from 2009. In Moon Knight number 5, an obscure Marvel villain called Zodiac is reintroduced after first appearing in this 2009 title. Taking some of the steam from Hunter's Moon, Zodiac is presented as the recent mastermind behind Mark Spector's current challenges. Sold 10 copies, a high sale of $36 for a Raw copy. Go Moon Knight. Hawkeye number 1 from 2016. This is the first solo Kate Bishop series. 49 copies continue to move, and we're now up to a $200 CGC 9.8. Hawkeye number 2 from 2012, the Fraction Aha book, doing very well. This is the first team up of Clint and Kate, and so they're calling this a minor key. It's $50 for a very fine near mint raw copy. Edge of Spider-Verse number 2 from 2014. This is for Spider-Gwen. And when Doctor Strange yells, "They're coming through!" This has led to a ton of speculation on just who he was referring to. Along with Miles, there's wishful thinking that Spider-Gwen could also appear in the film, but there's absolutely no signs of this. Still sold 12 copies. They had a high sale of $1,251 for a CGC 98, and I said when it was $20 to pass because it was a flash in the pan character that would not have legs, and that was back in 2014, folks. So can I calls them or can I calls them?
Well, we were just so mad we missed it.
Yes, it was sour grapes on my part. At rank 20, we have Hawkeye number 11. And this is Pizza Dog, our beloved Pizza Dog. We both have a stack of these because we love Pizza Dog.
Yeah.
Sold 16 copies, and wait a minute, that can't be right.
It's got to be a 9.8.
It says it's a high sale of $195 for a Raw. It's got to be for a 9.8. If not, got to dig those bad boys out and chuck them to the internet.
Yeah.
Have you noticed his eye too? It has varying degrees of blindness in it.
Well, he's supposed to be a one-eyed dog, and I don't believe the actual dog has one eye. So
why do they not gouge out the eye of the dog?
Jeez,
for realism? Because it bothers me that it keeps changing, being completely shut to half shut to open, and it drives me nuts.
You're on your own on this one. I am not.
You don't want to gouge out the dog's eye?
Nope, don't want to do that. Not at all.
That's the sound of 1,000 podcasts being shut off.
Legitimately, yesterday, Hawkeye 11 Raw, $42 plus shipping.
Which is still good.
It's great.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That was the last one, right? Yeah, I finished it up.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for. Do we end up getting an updated list for FOC? Do you remember?
No.
Let me take a quick look. What do you want to start with? Lunar DC FOCs
Yep.
for 12.5. Is that right for Sunday?
Yes. 12.5. So for our DC items, Batgirls 2 being a big one. I don't like the cover A as well as I like cover B the best. The Hikem Habchi cover B on those. Batman 119, Jorge Molina continuing to do great things. Jock 1 in 50 on that 119 is really good. Wow. Still don't like Dan Hip stuff. Man, I hate that.
I was trying to open the spreadsheet and see if the prices are in there. They are.
Batman Urban Legends 11 cover B. The dog being front and center there. That's pretty cool. Nice cover.
All the Batgirls look great again.
Dark Knights of Steel number 3. Superman getting his B cover for that one. So that's pretty cool. And then Wonder Woman getting her player character sheet for 1 in 25.
It would have been cool if those were independently orderable.
Yeah, the 1 in 25 is
Yeah, it would have been fun to collect those, but not at 1 in 25 prices.
Yeah. I like that Detective 1047, the...
Bermejo.
No, I like the cover A.
You like the cover A over Batman dragging Joker into Arkham?
I like that as well, but I feel like I've seen that more than I've seen how good looking that Ivan Rodriguez cover is.
Oh, who is the profile? The person in profile on the upper right.
Yeah.
Upper right. Who is that? It's really photorealistic.
Can't go wrong with either one.
Detective gets how many? Oh, it's 1047 and 1048. Okay.
Yeah.
But still a 1 in 25s and 1 in 50s.
And there's another Irvin Rodriguez cover A that looks really good, that Harley one.
Now this looks familiar. Have we had something in this style before? Or was it back during the
I mean, these were literally in the previews guide. We talked about them during the preview cycle.
During the preview cycle, yeah. Yeah, that is great. And we think that's going to do something, right?
Yeah.
1048.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll blow up. Of course, you got all those great Harley covers by what's your boy's name?
Derek Chu.
Yeah.
I Am Batman #5. Francisco Mattina doing a great cover B on that one as well.
What has he done there with the design? That's really amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Got a Carl Kerschel cover for Joker 11, 1 in 25, the D cover.
Mm-hmm. Blood
Those are fantastic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Peacemaker getting a cover on Puzzle Box 6. Huh.
For all you Legion people, Justice League versus the Legion, 1 of 6. Get a couple of covers to choose from. You're going to go with cover A. It's got all the heroes on it. Pennyworth is almost over, 6 of 7. What is Sartorial Geek?
It's a magazine with Kelly Sudakana on the cover.
So that's their magazine?
It's a magazine, yep.
How much is it?
$4.
Geeky Lifestyle Magazine presents a best of compilation feature old favorites like articles. So it's been around. Okay, that's cool. So it's like their image. What was that Image magazine that was in previews for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what it was. We'll call it Image Previews.
It's from, but that's put out by Scout Comics. Yeah. Maybe something to the first issue of that. I don't know.
Maybe Kelly Sue can explain why she hasn't done another issue of Bitch Planet in 2 years. Doing anything fun for Kal-El #7?
Doesn't look like anything too crazy.
We're protesting climate change. 1-1. Tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty.
Okay, over to Image.
Some of our Image items.
Thing called Truth #3. Department of Truth, not to be confused with. It's #15. Good Agent, 8 of 10. Carmen gets a hardcover. My book of the year, probably.
Oh.
Spoilers. Monkey Meat #1 from Junie Ba.
Talked about Noctera leading some of our spec lists on our Hot 10s and stuff there. We have the Noctera Special. 2 covers on that one.
Is this the first Blacktop Bill cover?
Behold the Book of Blacktop Bill. In the wake of the first arc's explosive finale, the origin of Noctera's most terrifying creature will at last reveal in this special one-shot issue.
That casting's going to be important.
Yes.
Getting the right Blacktop Bill.
And I love cover C.
You do.
I do.
The simple,
Teeth.
dark.
Tough to get a 9.8.
Gonna be challenged, yeah. They collected that Texas Blood Volume 2. I just finished that last issue of that second arc. So good. I know Jacob Phillips was on Twitter talking about taking a break. So I know they're going to do a Christmas special for that Texas Blood, but I can't imagine that Volume 3 is going to start anytime soon. So I would say you're going to have at least a 2 or 3 month break between a new volume of that Texas Blood, which is a bummer because it was really good.
Undiscovered Country 18 Jai Lee. Love the cover B there. Click it and it's actually there underneath of it.
Oh, wow. They don't do that a lot.
Mm-mm.
And Walking Dead 30. Deluxe 30.
Spawn covers. There is no Todd McFarlane on either of the covers. He's just letting Bjorn Barons and other friends knock him out, and he's just saying, I'll focus on the world.
At least he doesn't do these 70s trade dress covers. Glad of that. Still don't get that. Dark Horse, we have Apache Delivery Service, #1 of 4. This is Matt Kent and Tyler Jenkins. Looks like a good one.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much it from Dark Horse. Is that right? Yeah. IDW got anything going on? Best of Optimus Prime. You like that cover a lot.
Yeah, I do like that cover a lot. Paperback for Transformers Back to the Future.
Kyle, what's going on with Marvel's covers?
We're not getting them at the moment. Interesting.
That's strange. I'm sure we had them in the preview.
Yeah, we had.
So is this probably a diamond issue problem?
More than likely.
I'll click on one and see if it pops up. You pick Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. Nope, not there. Nary a Marvel cover for quite a while. Very strange. Take a look at Daredevil Woman Without Fear. That could be something.
We have our covers if we go to the Excel sheet.
Coming directly from... coming directly from Penguin Random House.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they don't have them, because they've been phased out. Forgot about that. This industry's so messed up. You know?
So She-Hulk #1. Got some really good Art Germ covers. Some Dan Jurgens on the 1 in 25.
Yeah, I didn't realize Art Germ was
Jen Bartel.
the cover A?
He's the cover A. And a version of it, too. Jen Bartel has a really good cover there as well, independently orderable. And then there is our good friend Hughes, Adam Hughes cover. Cannot beat that.
Wow. Gonna be a tough choice.
Yeah.
Is Hughes is independently orderable too?
I mean, we don't know that, but
It's
Dan
only two.
Jurgens is the 1 in 25. Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right.
I mean, according to this, it's only regular price. I think I prefer the Art Germ, though.
It's great, but yeah, I mean, I'd say Hughes is your collectible.
Really? I don't like it as much. But you think there's more Hughes people out there? I gotcha.
Then we have our 10 Deaths of Wolverine. One of these covers I liked. The Hans variant's a good one. Got him breaking out of the grave. And we have a spoiler variant for 10 Deaths of Wolverine.
Okay.
So that's a cool one.
Yeah, there's something up with previews because they don't have the Boom books up for FOC either. Much of the Dynamite books. Oh, what's happening? And we have Fourth Man. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but I'm on multiple sites here. Fourth Man by AWA. And we know AWA puts out a lot of good stuff. We got Jeff McComsey, which I'm not familiar with him, but Mike Diodato on art with Lee Lowridge, which is great. And a cover by Raza. Nice pancake cover. Literally pancakes. That looks pretty good. Not All Robots on issue 5. That's been great.
Issue 2 of Good Boy.
Oh, yeah. Panther. I remember we saw that during the pre-order cycle. And Source Point gives us Rise of Dracula. Rich Davis and Puis Calzada. Rejoice, for the great purge is upon you. You probably felt that this week, didn't you?
Absolutely. A lot of that, yeah.
That looks pretty good, actually. Source Point doing vampires. Might be good. Oh, soon to be a TV series. Get in on the ground floor.
This is chapter 2 of the Dracula Nightmare series.
Dracula Nightmare. So no ground floor. I take that back. Good stuff, Kyle.
Absolutely.
Well, so much to choose from. What's your choice for... Or do I go first?
You go first.
I always go first. Damn. I'm so torn. I'm going to go with Fourth Man from AWA.
There you go. And I'm going with that Apache. What was that again?
Apache Delivery Service.
Yes.
Matt Can. That was my other choice. So, yeah, that was right there. Good ones. Good ones all around.
Yeah.
Let's shoot over to the Hot 10 and see what's happening over there.
Of course, that is our good friends at comicbookinvest.com. They publish their Hot 10 each Friday. We jump on it right away so we can tell you what the hottest books in the secondary market are. And, of course, number one we all know is that third printing of Superman, Sons of Kal-El, #1, the 1 in 50 Kiss variant. $300. Boy, that's crazy. Wonder Woman, Black And gold, number 6, the David Nakayama. These are the same as they were last week. Almost doubling in price. $200 for our 1 in 25 after just a couple of weeks. It's crazy. At rank 3, we have Venom 200, the Clayton Klein Black Friday variant, limited to 555 copies. While it is just a color change variant from a book that came out months ago, the all black is pretty sweet and is already $120 to $140 at the current price point. At rank 4, we have Avengers number 50, the Jack Kirby 1 in 100 variant that just came out. $170. Time for me to get blasted again. I don't discount Jack's impact on comic. It is undeniable. His art, yeah, kind of like Bob Dylan's voice.
Yep, you either love it or you don't love it.
At rank 5, we have Avengers number 19. This is the first swordsman we talked about earlier. Prices are up across the board. And this one, for reference, a 6.0 will run you about $300, which is 3 times what it was at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we saw a way higher price on the other chart, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. At rank 6, we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 3, the 1 in 10 movie variant. $70 for a raw and $140 for a 9.8. Appears to be somewhat hard to find, even though it is just a 1 in 10. Still trying to wrap our head around what the ceiling is on these Miles keys or the hard to find covers. At rank 7, we have Justice League Incarnate number 1, Brandon Peterson and Andrea Bresson's 1 in 25 variant. $50. The regular cover is still at cover price, and you can still pick this up at large retailers for 20 to 25% below what eBay has it. This one has the feeling like it will drop out pretty quick.
I don't remember this one doing anything. I don't remember what this is about. So,
at rank 8, we have New Avengers number 11 for 2005. This is, of course, our Ronin Part 1. Hasn't gone up in value as much as you might think. 9.8s are $225, up about 10 to 15%, and Raws are between 30 and 35. Is it because even if Maya takes on the Ronin role, we all know it will be short-lived, as there is already an Echo series announced. At rank 9, Hawkeye Kate Bishop number 1, the Tony Fleeks and Trish Forster variant, limited to 3,000. Just had to mention this book this week, selling for 25 to 30. This is just an awesome take on Pizza Dog that deserves to be recognized.
Kate's thighs are not that thick, by the way. That's off.
Everyone's a critic. Contest of Champions number 1 from Al Ewing. The variant has always been a good long-term play, as this is the first appearance of White Fox. So it is only fitting that the A cover starts to get some attention now as well. $20 to $25.
That's cool. I can see that. I can see White Fox making appearances from now on and popping up in things.
Heck yeah. And our honorable mentions, Animal Castle number 1. Doing well at $10 to $15 for the cover A, and the variants appear to be doing well too. I'm guessing that people are thinking this might be Stray Dogs 2.0. All things that we talked about weeks ago.
Yeah, cool.
And the other audible mention, Blazing Comics number 5. Tech number 168 interior pages variant. Rated an 8 on the Gerber Scarcity Index. This is one I knew nothing about and now see it as an absolute monster. The interior has the first appearance of Red Hood and isn't a DC book. A 7.0 sold for $4,000. When a 9.8 sold just last year for $1,600. The more I look at comics as a whole, the more intriguing the story actually becomes.
So I don't get. So wait a minute. It's not a DC book.
Correct.
But it's the first appearance of Red Hood.
I guess.
Red Hood, as in like Joker's origin. Red Hood.
I would imagine.
All right. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Is it sneak peek time?
It's sneak peek time.
Let's do it.
Drew, this is the point of the podcast where we go to our sneak peek. We find out the books that are going to be worth all kinds of fun money in the next week, and the things worth making sure you run to your local comic book shops and snag up.
Am I in the bag for DC? Because every time I look at these bad boys, I'm just like, God, they're just crushing it on these covers.
Covers are amazing. Too bad they're only doing 24 pages worth of books. Yes. And starting in DC, we got to talk about Batman 118, the Victor Bogdanovich cardstock variant with the Spider-Man homage on it. That started out with a 1 in 25 and then went to independently orderable, completely screwing up what I thought was the best bet was it staying 1 in 25.
Why am I missing this one? I'm in the wrong day.
Correct.
God dang it.
We are at our friends at Lunar, and we are under new releases coming out the 7th.
The 7th. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. So this is no longer a 1 in 25.
Correct.
It's independently orderable. You think it's garbage now?
Correct.
Run away.
Yep.
Because it's too easy to get.
Correct.
Huh. I still think it has appeal.
It definitely has appeal. But I'm mad.
But you're mad. Gotcha.
Correct.
But you weren't going to buy a 1 in 25.
No, but I was happy. I was looking at things.
You were thinking it had high upside and you wanted to be able to crow about it, that you called it. I gotcha.
Batman number 89, or Batman 89 number 4, Babstar, giving us that sultry cover B.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. It's classic Babstar. It's a great cover. I love it.
She disappeared for a while, right? Am I just imagining that? What was she doing?
I don't know.
Maybe she was doing a series or something and it's going to come out.
Dark Knights of Steel number 2.
Can't wait. Can't wait to read this. You read the first issue, you did, or did you not read the first issue?
I haven't read it yet. I was going to let him. Probably not worth letting him say.
No!
Okay.
No, there's like 3 or 4 different twists and turns in the first issue alone. You're like, what? What? Oh yeah, you got to read this issue to issue, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But you do you. You do you. Soul Plumber. Okay, I'll let this stack up. I only read the first one. I haven't read the second one yet.
One Star Squadron number 1. I like the cover B.
I love the concept of this.
Yeah.
This sounds great. Mark Russell and Steve Lieber. I think this is going to be awesome, and I can't wait. I don't know if it has any spec ability. What was like? Did Snaggletooth? Snaggletooth never did anything, right? Flintstones never really did anything.
Mm-mm.
They were great reads,
Yes.
but not spec worthy. So more fun, less profit.
Ranger Strangers, the fall edition from Scout Comics. Ranger Stranger is a gallows comedy set in majestic Hackensack National Park, a vast Bob Rossian world of woods and water for the adventurous camper or hiker to enjoy. Unfortunately, everything from the wildflowers to the homicidal deer to the park official wants to murder you. Enjoy your visit.
So, fall edition, does that mean we get 4 issues a year?
Yes. I mean, isn't that what your score years did?
Although, I wish we got 4 issues a year. No, that would have been a blistering pace for them. It was every 6 months if we were lucky.
I like this Ranger Stranger fall edition.
I like it too. Very cool. Very nice. Oh, we're getting a Son of Kal-El annual.
World of Krypton number 1, Robert Venditti. A modern telling of one of the most storied periods in comics. Krypton is a utopia, admired across the universe for its architecture and science and culture, but its shining towers and regal people conceal a planet rotting at its core.
I don't know who D'Amico is, D'Amico, but I think your baby fingers and baby hands are way off, because you've got, I mean, I understand perspective and all, but like the one hand is a little deformed and monstrous, and the other hand is like really petite and just not working. I don't like the baby face either, actually, if I'm being honest.
Anti-baby.
I'm sorry, Demonico. They are scaring me. That is. Do you remember? Was it Neil Adams or Art Adams when he would draw children?
Yes,
and they would be like terrifying.
I saw one of those on that had.
I can't remember who.
the two kids in the bath. They
Yeah.
looked like just midget adults. It was horrible.
They were that was like Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
kids,
exactly.
Right?
Oh, it's so bad.
So I can't remember which. I think it was Neil Adams. Oh my God, those were the worst.
Like, how can you not draw children?
Just don't. Just leave them out of there. At that point.
Another from Scout Comics. We have Third Wave '99, #1. Drew, I know you like your volleyball books and your sword fighting books. And how about a surfing book?
If this was a boombox imprint, I would give it a read.
There you
go. I don't know that Scout will have the same manga feel that will pull me in.
There you go.
It could, I guess, but I don't know.
All right, Drew, let's head on over to our non-DC items.
Good Friends at Image. Crossover 10. See what's going on in that wacky book. That's been fun. Get me an invisible, bloody logo hoodie. That'd be cool.
Here's our Lady Mechanica Monsters of Ministry #1. Eric told us, don't miss out on this. Don't be afraid to jump on this 4-issue series. Catch up. Well worth the time, he says.
Yeah, and he also told me to read that first trade first. I didn't get that done. Doggone it. I'm sorry I let you down,
5
Eric.
days.
I do have 5 days. That's true. Or maybe I'll just go in cold. Maybe I'll just go in cold. But I definitely want to read this. It looks pretty fun.
Silver Coin #7.
You know, and I've heard this thing has been pretty good, so I feel like I may have jumped off too quickly. That every anthology is going to have an uneven issue or two.
This is true.
You got to ride the wave.
This is very true.
I gotta hop on. What's the furthest place from here? #2. That'll be my top of the stack read that this week.
There you go.
Because that first issue was so good, so good.
From Dark Horse, Daisy #1. This is our 9-foot tall person, right?
Yes, that's right.
Daisy stands 8.5 feet tall and is still growing.
Bummer.
There's our Best of Shredder #1. Again with our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles doing some cool stuff.
I kind of like the look of that Transformers Wreckers Tread and Circuits cover B.
That is cool.
Marvel's going to give us 80.BEY for Amazing Spider-Man. And the final issue of Amazing Fantasy, which I dropped off pretty quickly, actually. Hope I'm not missing out on that one. A Captain America.
Death of Doctor. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. A Captain America Iron Man #1 of 5. And you were talking about Death of Doctor Strange.
Death of Doctor Strange.
Is that the Strange Blade?
The Strange Blade one. The cover A is really cool. Boss Logic. I'm a big fan of the Boss Logic covers.
I just read issue 3 of Death of Doctor Strange. Fun fact: he's still dead. And Devil's Reign starts. So, okay, I gotta make the decision. We've seen the sheer amount of volume of Devil's Reign tie-ins. I don't read all those books normally. But I read some of them. I read Spider-Woman, I read Moon Knight, I read a few of the others. I read Daredevil. So
you got to do the main title at the very least.
I think I got to do this event.
Yeah.
And I'll probably, maybe skip some of the manufactured tie-ins, which are like Devil's Reign Avengers #1 and Devil's Reign Amazing Spider-Man #1. Might skip some of those, unless it's a slow week. But yeah, I think this is my event. I'm jumping into this event. Street level, got a Moon Knight tie-in, kind of got my name on it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If it was crime noir, it'd be tailor-made for me. Giant-sized Black Cat Infinity Score. I'm assuming this is Jed McKay, right? Yes. Got to read this. It's the grand climax to Infinite Destinies and Infinity Score and the totality of Black Cat from the past 2 years. All in an oversized special. That sounds like it's ending.
Yeah.
That sounds like that's it. You think we might be done with Black Cat?
That's what the grand climax to me.
Yeah. Oh man, so good. Maybe they'll revisit it. Is Jessica Jones Alias Omnibus? You know, I've never finished that series.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Read the first trade, and then I got sidetracked and never finished it. Then I'm like, well, maybe come back in like at the end. I'm trying to think now. But yeah, I've never read the totality of that series. That's really good Bendis, too, I've heard. I enjoyed what I read. There's Star Wars Crimson Reign.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like something that's got you written all over it.
Yeah, I don't know if I care too much about her, but
Oh, okay. Dynamite NYX #2 Rose Besh cover. Pretty good.
Very good.
Boom, we're getting Buckhead #1. We were excited about Buckhead before.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good. Is that a Rod Rice cover for Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer?
Mm-hmm. That's really nice.
It's a really nice cover for that. Our back half, we get Archie's Holiday Special. Only $3.99, not $9.99. DC. See how you can do that? You can do a holiday special without gouging us.
Sure enough, Billy the Kid #3, Blue Juice promised us these books coming out
On
success
time.
And,
Yep.
and boy, they have done just that.
Crimson Cage from AWA. Yet another wrestling tie-in that I still do not understand the crossover appeal of wrestling and comics, but I guess it's like like a never-ending battle. That makes sense, I guess. Devil Tree #1 from Blood Moon Comics LLC. I don't know if we've seen them before, have we?
I'm not familiar with it.
Definitely don't know a lot about that publisher, but it's a serial killer
Yeah.
story. Keith Rommel and Wolfgang Schwant.
I was just going to say Wolfgang Schwant.
Wolfgang Schwant. Laura #2. Be reading that one for sure. Knighted #2. I'm still sitting on Knighted #1 and haven't been able to read it yet. Got to do that.
From Vault, we have Lunar Room #1 by Danny Allure.
Tons of covers for that.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Cynthia Sin Breaker used to be a lot of things: a werewolf, a mob enforcer for a powerful mage, a name feared on every street corner of Solar City. But now she forcibly retired from all those things, trying to get over her past jobs and past loves.
Gotcha.
That's so many friggin' covers for a Vault book.
So many.
Mother Goose, one shot.
That's the one that looks like Scarface.
Yeah. Prestige format, Aftershock one shot. I like that.
Well,
Rush. What is Rush #1 from Vault Comics? Cy Spurrier.
yeah.
The hungry earth reddens under snow-clad hills. 1899 Yukon Territory, a frozen frontier, bloodied and bruised by the last great gold rush. But on the lawless wastes of the north, something whispers in the hindbrains of men. Don't know what that word is. Drawing them to a blighted valley where giant spider tracks mark the snow and impossible guns roar in the night. That seems pretty wicked. Oh, it's a second printing, so this came out the other week. Alright, Drew, this point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week. What's the book that you got to have?
Well, I don't want to take yours, but I don't know if if you want this one or not.
What do you think I'm going to take?
Were you leaning towards Ranger Stranger?
I was.
Okay, then I'm going to
But
stop.
I've got other options.
You got backups?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to... Golly.
I'm going to go I'll go Buckhead #1.
You'll go Buckhead
Boom.
#1.
Yeah.
I think I will do Ranger Stranger then, from Scout.
A couple of small titles here today.
I mean, I was
lot of
close
really
on
cool
Devil
stuff.
Tree. I was close on that
Yeah,
Buffy.
Devil Tree was cool.
That Buffy the Vampire Slayer was appealing, and the Lady Mechanica.
Mm-hmm.
Moving over to Image, I think it's got a chance to blow up. But yeah, it's a tough call today. A lot of good stuff. Who did the
nifty things.
Buckhead?
I just moved off of Scout.
Was it a back half book?
Boom. Sorry.
Boom.
Shobo Coker.
There it is. Did you have a cover in mind?
Cover A.
All right. Fantastic.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for tag along with Drew and myself through all the books coming out here in December. Of course, go to our Patreon, patreon.com. Find us, Comics for Fun and Profit, or on any of our socials. Be part of our 12 Comics of Christmas. Tell us what your top 12 books of the year are and what you are really jonesing for. We thank you so much. For Drew and for myself, see ya.